Our next guest is unbelievable. Barry Switzer, what a coach he was at Oklahoma. Took the Dallas Cowboys and won it all. And I begged him to be on. He said he wasn't going to be up, but he got up for us, and we appreciate you being on, Barry. How are you?
I'm good. I just finished slapping the hogs and was feeding the chickens when this call came in, but milked the cow already, too. I do that the first thing. You ever done that, Wimp?
No, I never did do much of that. I was kind of a city guy.
You didn't grow up on a country farm.
No, I was kind of a city guy.
Hey, how you doing, Wimp?
I'm doing good. Tell me, Barry, and I appreciate you so much being on. You're great. Tell me your evaluation of Oklahoma, maybe compared to TCU and Baylor, or just Oklahoma by itself.
Well, let me tell you right now, you're talking about what the prospects this season against those teams, looking, just giving the forecast. The landscape has changed here in the Big 12 Conference. Obviously, I'm not talking about those that affected the A&Ms, the Colorados, and Nebraskas, but the league itself has changed drastically for Oklahoma. I really believe that because when you're allowed, I can't tell you the conference that TCU was in. It's one of them somewhere Mountain West or something. I can't remember. I never saw them in a bowl game. Never heard of it before. But they allowed them to come in the conference a couple of years ago. Well, I said that's a mistake because they give them credibility. They'll be recruiting the blue chip list that Texas and Oklahoma, everyone else touches. Baylor's improved tremendously with Art Briles. Brand new facilities on the river down there. They're in the arms race just like everybody else in the country, building new stadiums, and dorms, facilities, and so they've made great strides. So now Oklahoma not only had to recruit against Texas always, but Texas is the University of Texas. They're always going to get players. I don't know what the hell they're going to do when they get them. Kind of done a poor job last couple of years, but it's the fact that it's tougher for Oklahoma to get players out of Texas now because kids have got better choices to go to winning programs and they're closer to home. And everybody wants their family to be a part of their college experience. So it's a little bit tougher. Oklahoma can still be Oklahoma. They produce enough good players in the States, 5 or 6, 7, to play at this level for national championship. But they got to get the blue chip players out of Texas to still be a great contender if they are going to be one.
How do they generally fare with Oklahoma State in the state of Oklahoma as far as?
Let me tell you, they call that a rivalry here, a rivalry that's called the Bedlam Series. We've won 90. They've won about 18 or 19.
Well, you won 89 of them.
Yeah, well, we won a bunch of them, but I only lost them once. I don't think Stoops lost them a couple times. The time he'd been here, they've gotten better, no question. But when you limit scholarships on 80, you got 350 million people in the United States today. The kids come into high school with better products. High school coaches do a better job, better facilities. Kids are just bigger and stronger and faster and better coached, better developed, more skill, more speed. Quarterbacks can throw it. They got all these damn camps around the summer. They got Nike's, Under Armour camp. These kids get so talented as they come out. They're great prospects and so much speed. Well, let me tell you, you only take 85 of them, and there's 340 million people in the United States. That means there's a lot more left out there for everybody to get better. So if you're only taking one quarterback, you better be right. You know what I mean? You're recruiting a class of 18, 19, 20 a year, and you're only taking one quarterback. When you got to take 22 to field a team. You know what I mean? Both sides of the ball. Well, you can't recruit 7 or 8 quarterbacks. I used to recruit 4 or 5 a year. You can't do that anymore. Well, I was taking 50 back when the scholarships were at 50 a year. It left up to the league before the NCAA got involved and changed it to 30. Now it's down to an aggregate of 85 scholarships, and it's the attrition affects the number that you recruit. And so it's a different ball game today, and it's got brought about parity in college football. It's what the NCAA wanted, I guess.
Well, Coach, this is Barry Sanderson, and you got a great first name there. But I've always been a fan of yours, and I wanted to ask you, since you've coached in the NFL and in the NCAA, will we see fast-paced offense in the NFL, and will that work in the NFL?
Well, I think football's football. It's what your playbook is. If you want to go coach your playbook that you ran in college, Brian Kelly or all these guys want to do that. Yeah, it works. And it gives defensive coaches headaches. You think these damn defensive coaches don't want 30 seconds before the ball snap to be able to make adjustments or substitutes, last minute to get people on the field? I'm going to tell you, they match personnel to personnel. Speed up offenses don't allow you to do that. You got to play with what's on the field. You can shift various formations of movement that allow you the offenses to take advantage of who's out there. It's a tremendous asset, but it comes down to what the coach believes in, what his philosophy is, and if he's comes out of college to a pro kids can handle it. Hell, they ran it in college. Every damn one of most of them have. They all came from the college game, so they can do the best of the best playing pro ball. So it all comes down to the philosophy of the coach and the playbook he wants to run. Damn right they run speed up offense.
Barry, when you after you coached at Oklahoma and then you went to Dallas and won it all, did you change a lot handling the players? The way you handle them. I know how you did it.
Let me take in a short capsule here, Wimp. I want to tell you, I had the toughest job any coach ever had in pro football. I went to Dallas after Jerry and Jimmy got a divorce. They fired. It's 21 years ago, I think. Yeah, and Jerry fires Jimmy. Jerry calls me and says, "You want to coach the Cowboys?" I said, "I didn't know the job was open." He said, "It is going to be tomorrow." And so that was the length of our interview. He says, "I'm firing Jimmy. I want you to come to Dallas tomorrow." I drove to Dallas by myself. We met. I signed the contract with him, and he announced the next day that I was the coach. That was it, because I coached Jerry in college. Jerry and I had a great relationship through the 70s. Okay? I coached both Jimmy and Jerry. Jimmy was on my staff here at Oklahoma with me, and when I was the head coach here, Jimmy was an assistant here. So I've had that relationship with those guys going back to they were teenagers. So I was a part of their family. All right, so that makes you understand that's why I was the guy who was picked. But I'm the only guy that gets to go there. I didn't bring a staff. There was a staff in place. They'd won 2 Super Bowls. Why should you change anything? Nothing to change. Jimmy's the only one left town, and I'm the only one getting off the bus coming to town, right? So what I've got to do, I got to go in and work with a pissed-off football team that is so upset that they just lost their coach. 53 guys. I understand that how they felt. Then all of a sudden, I inherit a staff that I don't know who's who. I knew a few of them. I competed against them. I had one of them coach with me, but I'm inherited a bunch of guys. I don't know what the hidden agendas of these guys are going to be. Are they going to be loyal? Are they going to support me? So I had to use my management skills, my personal skills, to be able to handle both players and coaches. And I had to find out in a damn hurry where everybody fit in. So I had to do a lot of filtering, evaluating of both. And first thing I got to do is hold a team meeting. I told the team, I said, "Hey guys, that divorce wasn't none of my fault. I had nothing to do with that. So give me a chance to come in here. I know a lot about winning. I've won more football games than anybody in college football. And hey, I'm coming here and make it happen in pro football. I know what it takes. I know how to do it. Just give me a chance." And they did, and we won it. Should have won the first year. If we hadn't self-destruct against San Francisco, went down 21-0 in the first 5 minutes, but throwing interceptions, fumble the damn ball. So what the hell has coaching got to do with it, Wimp? I did my job. I told them not to make mistakes when they went out there and did it anyway.
Well, I think that's the point, though. I think you were smart enough to go in there, Coach, and do what you thought you needed to do. Your ego was – you didn't have a big ego on it. You knew that you were hired one day. I don't know. You can talk about how you got your staff, but I think you probably told your staff, "Here's the way we're going to do it." You coach them as much as you possibly can, but let's lay off of them, and it worked.
You bet. Yeah, that's what you got to do. They're good coaches. They're proven. Why? All I got to do is supervise them, and hey, I did the things head coaches have got to do. But as far as going in and making drastic change, what the hell are you talking about? Why I'm going to have an ego and put my stamp on something that's been successful? They had my quarterback, Aikman, that I recruited out of high school, 17-year-old kid. Boy, transferred to UCLA because he got beat out by an option quarterback named Jamel Holloway, took us to the national championship. So what happens is that, I've got to go in there and handle a bunch of egos on the football team, and I got a bunch of guys that I had to get to know as a coaching staff, and I did, and I ended up having a great relationship with those guys, and I still do today. I contact them today. Dave Campo's a hell of a football coach. I know him. We talk all the day. Stay in touch with Lacewell and all those guys that were there. John Blake, all the guys that helped us win the Super Bowl. when I got there. I still know them, and a few of them have passed along, but I still stay in touch with them.
Well, Coach, obviously we're here in Tuscaloosa, Alabama. We got Coach Switzer on
Oh, is
here.
that where you are?
Yeah, we're in Tuscaloosa, and they got a little bit of football team here. Kind of tell us a little bit about what you think about what Coach Saban's done here and the program that he's got, and kind of what y'all's relationship is.
Well, first of all, I don't really. I've met him socially and in events and golf tournaments. I used to get invited down there. Mal Moore was the athletic director. I used to get Mal. See, I tried to hire Mal. Mal was offensive coordinator for Coach Bryant when they were running the Wishbone. I was the head coach and ran my offense here because I was the offensive coordinator when I was an assistant. So I talked to Mal every week. We swapped film. I couldn't swap film with Texas because they were an arch rival. But Alabama and us swapped film. We talked about schemes. We talked about blocking perimeters, who was playing what on defense. So Mal and I had discussions every week, and we created a friendship. When I lost my offensive coordinator back in '84, Mac Brown was here, my offensive coordinator. Mac goes to Tulane as head coach. I called Mal. Mal was just going to Notre Dame at that time and committed to them, and he wouldn't change his mind and come to Oklahoma. He wanted to. He said, Coach, I'd love to. I've already given my word. And I said, I understand that, but things don't work out. Think about it. I got the spot open for a couple of days. He called me back, couldn't make it. So I hired Jim Donnan. We won the national championship that year. I saw Mal at the national coaching convention. He said, damn, I didn't know y'all going to be that good. And I said, Mal, we're always pretty damn good now. We always have been. And so anyway, I had that relationship with him. And I had a great relationship with Coach Bryant, too, all through the 70s when I was head coach, and he was, too, there at Alabama. But Coach Saban and I've missed out. I've been out of the game for 30 years, college games, so I haven't come across Coach Saban many times. I know this. He's an outstanding football coach. Everyone I've ever talked to in the game says that he is. And I leave it at that. Anything else, you got to filter everything said about anyone's personality. But he's a hell of a football coach. They recruit great players. I think through the SEC, without a doubt, all you got to see the first 3 rounds of the draft, where all the players come from, where all the big-ass linemen in America. You got a greater black talent pool down through that area of athletes than anywhere in the United States. You think we got black players in Oklahoma? Hell no. Nebraska? Hell no. Kansas? Hell no. But down through that, Mississippi, Louisiana, Alabama, Georgia, all Florida, you bet. And that's why we make a living in Texas, because Texas has got a great population center down there of great athletes and speed and size and all. But the numbers. So, he's fortunate to be in a great place. I hear someone trying to play a little music till his time's up, but Alabama is Alabama and will always be. Obviously, if they hadn't had the national championship playoff last year, Alabama would have been playing Florida State for the national championship. But we had the playoff, and we saw the team that won it last night play, who looked pretty damn good again. And that damn guy they moved from quarterback to receiver looks like he'd be quarterback too, if he wanted to be. So, if the coaches made him. So anyway, it's another good football season. I'm all happy to be a part of it on the sidelines. And I'll be at Knoxville, Tennessee this week. I'm going up to see the Sooners play. I usually do coachescabana.com and a website for my command out behind my house. But I'm going to go up to Knoxville and watch the game up there.
That should be a good game against Tennessee. Tennessee and Oklahoma should be a good. Barry, I can't tell you how much I appreciate you being on our show. You're great.
Wimp, anytime. I'll do anything for you, big boy.
All right. Thanks so much.
Thanks, Coach.
Good luck.
Yes, sir.